Hey everybody, how you doing? What is going on? And I see some people are coming in right now. Somebody says, "Yay, I got you Q&A," because that's what we're doing here tonight. Corey Coleman here. Just to let you know, this is not your regularly scheduled Double Toasted show. Usually on Tuesdays we're doing either the movie review extravaganza or we're doing the roast and toast. But because of screening conflicts, do y'all hear that? Yeah, she knows what I'm doing. People say dogs don't have the capability of trying to draw attention to themselves, but I bet to differ. She did that on purpose. Right when I started, you heard the ladies and gentlemen, Pixie. Pixie, she was running from me, trying to get my attention over there. I was trying to put her on my lap before I pressed the button and started the stream, and she was just being a little pain in the ass. And then when I start the stream, that's when she gets back there and starts doing that reverse sneeze. Chihuahuas do that. So if you heard that on the ground, that was her doing the reverse Chihuahua sneeze. But I got your little ass now. Come here. Come here. Why you do that, huh? You know what I'm about to do. You know I'm about to do a show. Anyway, where was I before I was so rudely interrupted? Yeah, we would either be doing the roast and toast or the movie review extravaganza, but we have weird scheduling things going on with screenings this week. Had one this morning, got one on Wednesday night, so we're just pushing the movie review show until Thursday, and then tomorrow we'll do the roast. And I ain't bored about all this kind of stuff right here. Hey, we'll do those shows later. I'm here right now. How you doing? I'm doing a Q&A show instead because I got bored. I took this day to do a whole lot of, I don't know what you would call it, administrative stuff, business stuff. I was taking care of my cousin's estate. I was taking care of business for Double Toasted. I was answering emails and phone calls all day. I stay busy, y'all. I don't get to sit on my ass as much as I'd like to. That definitely did not happen today. So I finally had a chance to sit down, and then when I finally had a chance to sit down, I got bored. So I just decided to come on here and do a stream and do a Q&A. Since those go so well when we're not doing anything else, I'll tell you what I am messing up on, though. I forgot to bring you guys up. See, that's what happens, man, when you catch me on a night where things are a little off. But we'll fix that right now because I want to introduce y'all the right way. And when I say y'all, you know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the one, the only, the chat fam, starting the OG chat, no side bitches. How y'all doing? What's going on, everybody? Finally got you up here. Let me see who we got. And it seems to be working the chat right now. We got in the side bitch chat. Who are bitches today? Whoa. Who are the bitches in the side chat? We got Good Robo 99. The Girth Brooks says, "Yo, how you doing? What's going on?" Luigi Spoonie, how you doing, Spoonie? I don't know why that sounds like a dirty name to me, but Spoonie's here. Let me see. What is the Drew Yari Experience? Oh, that's my favorite band right there. You know, Spoonie is not a dirty thing. That actually sounds like, I know what it is, Spoonie. You sound like a serial spooner. You sound like you just crawl into people's random beds and just spoon with them when they don't ask you to. That's why it seems weird. Let me see. Steady Eddie is up here. Yonkla the Collector is over here. And Cool Thing. Not thing, but thing. Put that A up in there. How y'all doing, man? Tiberius Monk says, "Corey, Tiberius Monk ass. Oh, people. I hope y'all going to be at my funeral on April 17th. You know, it's going to be really, it's going to be really weird if I actually die that day. But because of that picture, I'm looking at the OG chat, that picture of me. You son of a bitch, who put that up to 1871? Get my birthday right. It's 1851. Come on now. Great to have everybody here. And as I said, got a little bored and just decided to come in and do a Q&A. This is my relaxation, actually. This is where I come in and I just have a little bit of hang time with y'all. I haven't left the house today. I'm not going to say I'm becoming a homebody. I'm not going to say that at all because I know I'd be lying. But I have been kind of homebody-ish lately. I've been just sitting in the house, haven't been really going anywhere. The weather's kind of been cooler at night, and when it gets cold, I kind of hibernate a little bit more. But yeah, I've been just been in the house, man, not doing too much, and it was a very busy day for me, not streaming, not prepping for a show, but doing behind the scenes stuff. And man, you'd be surprised that on days like this, I'm handling more stuff because ever since I started, I used to have an agent, and the agent told me, she said, "Hey, look, I handle people who really don't know what they're doing or they need the help." She was like, "You've been doing this long enough. You know what you're doing. You got this. You can handle this." So ever since I started handling stuff on my own, and ever since I put my email address for business contacts on the YouTube site or the descriptions, I've been getting a lot of calls, and I've been having to handle a lot of more ad integrations, ad reads, answering people who kind of want to help us on the behind the scenes stuff. People want to do interviews now. That's very nice. So it's a lot of stuff, and of course, I got to take care of the staff around here. I take care of my peoples around here. So anyway, glad to have everybody here, and we're going to get into some questions. Also, if we have time, because I don't like to come in and play games and then rush out, but I do have the Big Daddy laptop over there, the one that I actually got all tricked out with the best stuff. I got it over there right now, and I'll be, if I got time, I'll sit down and do a little gaming with y'all, depending on how long we go today. But I hate to like run. People when they game for like about 3, 4, 5, 24 hours. I come in because of my schedule. I game for about an hour, and then I'm out. But that's going to change when Resident Evil comes out, man, I believe, because I'm a huge Resident Evil fan, and I'm just crazy with excitement for that new game, Resident Evil Requiem, and I'm going to be playing that a lot. You talk about being a homebody now, just wait. You just wait till that comes out. Somebody said, Big Daddy laptop, note taken. That's right. I meant what I said. Big Daddy laptop back there. Matthew Tarplay says. Of course, somebody said Corey's who is this? 3D street. What is this? CD street. Oh, but boy, when all these words run together, I'm just ignorant. 3D street stain. OG says Corey is an RE stan. Yes, I am. I wear that title with pride. All right. Let me go ahead and pull up the YouTube channel because that's what I'm mostly here for. I don't get a chance to stream with the YouTubers that much, so I do this stream mainly for y'all. We answer emails with everybody else, but because of copyright stuff, it's really hard for us to stream on YouTube. So let me see here. So we do this kind of for you, make it special for you. And let me refresh over here. And yeah, it looks like we are streaming live right now. Let me go ahead and cut that stream down. Oh, look at that handsome gentleman right there. All right. Well, as I said, man, this is for all you people who come in to the YouTube channel, and you mostly address me with, what do you call it, super chats. You hit me up with the super chats. So those people get priority. And let me see here. We already got somebody here. Tiberius Monk has sent me a $5 super chat right here. Is it time for some French toast? A DT Expedition 33 gameplay special? Come for Sir Coleman. Stay for that French toasty goodness. Stay toasty, y'all. So this is a comment right there. Yeah, people, I might be playing, what is it? Claire Obscura Expedition 33. I've been playing off stream. I made some progress. Not as much progress as everybody else has made out there. I've been busy, but I have been playing. I have been coming in and doing some stuff. And might do that tonight with you guys. So I don't know. Not a whole lot of people asking questions. So this might be a very short Q&A session right here. I might end up playing games sooner than I think. Thank you, Tiberius Monk, for that. I appreciate that. I'll stick around for just a little bit and see if people have any Q&A for me. And if you don't, then I will set up the, as I said, the Big Daddy laptop over there. And you can watch me play. You can watch me suck Let me see here though. Somebody said no showing. Oh, here we go. Dive himself. What is the craziest Martin story you have that you can share that you haven't told yet? Man, but look, man, that would be putting his business out there, wouldn't it? But no, I'm trying to think. What is the craziest? 'Cause I'm the one usually doing crazy things, but Martin, he does some crazy stuff. Oh man, I'm trying to think what I can tell about Martin without getting him in trouble. Not that he does a lot of crazy stuff, but let me think about that. I have to think about this. Because Martin and I have known each other for about 30 years now. I know there's probably something crazy, but we tell these stories on the air all the time, and then we animate some of them too. I don't know, man. If I haven't told it yet, I probably don't need to be telling it. But I will think. All right, this one. Okay, this is not too crazy, but this is this. I don't know if I should be telling this, but this is. And I'm not saying that he did anything wrong. We've all been there when we were younger. Oh boy, I'm setting myself up right here. I have it. I can turn back now. Now let's keep going. So somebody said, I got some crazy Martin stories. Mr. Kenny Dominguez. Man, you tell me some stories in. I'm gonna tell one that I haven't seen, but somebody told me about it. I think I might have told this before. Okay, if I told this before, let me know. Our friend Grant used to work with Martin, and I think the way Grant told the story was that somebody put something in the microwave and it blew up in the microwave. You know how you put something in the microwave like fish or chicken and it kind of pops a little bit and then it leaves little chunks of food on the microwave, all on the door and all over the microwave wall. Well, they were talking about how him and some other people like, wow, they opened up the microwave. And they said, man, what happened? Who did this? Who put food in here and blew their food up and didn't wipe it off? And then they said Martin came in, and they were talking, and they told Martin, like, yeah, look what somebody did right here. Look how somebody just left their food blown up. And then they said Martin came in, took a chunk, and was like, swallowed it, and walked on out. And everybody's like, what the fuck? So I was not there for that. So I cannot say whether that is true or not, but I believe Grant, the guy who worked with him, told me that. So I'm just thinking about this right now. Because, man, I'm going to tell you, Martin, he loves his food. I can see him doing that. But yeah, that's what I got. I'll tell you what. That's what you gonna get. I feel bad putting that man out there like that. No, I don't. What am I talking about? Dre Johnson. When are you possibly returning to Chicago for a solo show? Also, can we possibly get a roast of Primate? Okay, so let's see here. Man, well, first of all, I like Primate, man. Primate is not that bad. Primate is, at least I don't think so. Primate actually did pretty well with critics too. Look, let's go to Rotten Tomatoes, and let's look up Primate, because I think I usually don't look at the Rotten Tomatoes scores before I do a review. I do a lot right afterwards, but I didn't do it for Primate. So I think a lot of people actually like Primate. So let's go ahead and take a look at what score Primate has right now. Primate, which we just did a review on. This is the one about the killer chimpanzee, got rabies and just went literally ape shit on people. 80% Rotten Tomatoes. I like Primate. I don't know if it's completely roasted. I mean, we could, but I don't know if it's a priority. Primate was fun, man. I actually liked that movie. And the thing is, there are some things in there that are not great, but for what it is and for what it knows it is, it actually is. It surprised me how good I thought it was. So I don't know, man. Primate is not something that's a priority for us for me at the moment. There's a lot of things that are much funnier that we could roast, but roastable, yeah, we could, but I don't think we'd roast it as. I don't think Martin would. Martin hated the movie. I actually liked it. I think. You know what? I don't. That's another thing. I don't want to roast it because then he'll. I don't want to make it seem like I'm challenging him or anything. Because the other day he told me I liked Primate because he didn't like it, which is complete bullshit. I don't know why he thought that, but yeah. So maybe when we have two differences like that, we probably shouldn't roast it. Because Badlands, I think he was kind of reserved. Not Badlands, Borderlands. Borderlands, he was a little reserved on because Borderlands he liked, and if you've been watching me for a while, you know I did not like that movie. So yeah, but we'll see. Next question. Oh, questions are coming in now. All right, there we go. Now we're cooking. The question about me coming to Chicago. I forgot to answer that. So I believe June, I'm coming there for a solo show. So Chicago was so much fun. You guys were amazing. It was a great audience. I think the stuff I had was working, and it just felt nice. I love doing solo shows, and I don't want anybody to think that I'm doing it to leave anybody out. But I do a lot of solo shows now because they become comedy shows. And when you write material, it's performed, and as you perform it, it usually has to be performed by one person. And if you try to perform a joke that you've written with somebody who hasn't seen the joke or the joke doesn't include them, then if it's not a comedy routine between the both of you, then it's just the timing is just thrown off on it, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to do my material when I do a show with Martin. Maybe I should restructure the shows because throughout the years, I've gone from doing like just a plain old podcast on stage to doing more of a formatted comedy show. Maybe I should restructure when I'm with Martin. But lately it's been like, well, it's a little hard for me to do the joke or to do material when I got somebody on stage who comes in and doesn't know what's happening and tries to make it a conversation more than a joke or a story. And so that's why that's why I haven't really. That's why I'm doing solo shows by myself right now. But they've been great, man. The regular stuff I do in New York has been a lot of fun. The stuff I've been doing in Chicago, or that I did in Chicago, that was a great show, and a lot of people had a great time. So I'll be back in June for that, man. It'll be a lot of fun. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'll let me see here. Let me see what we got. Next question. I know it's not a music show, but would you be open to listening to a portion of a song I wrote? My friend sings it. You talking about right now? Man, you know what? I'll listen to it if you want to send it over. Maybe we'll do it at the end of the show. Near the end of the Q&A. I'll play a portion of it to see what it's like. I'm just weird about playing music because YouTube, I don't know if it's an AI in place or some sort of algorithm or what, but they flag music like all the time, and they're very sensitive about it, and they flag it at times when you're still using it properly, when you're doing fair use with it or you have permission. They are so sensitive about copyrighted music that people who have written and they're singing their own songs, they've been hit with a copyright on that. And it's their stuff. It's their song. So I'm a little weird about playing music because if it was a real person actually looking at this, they'd understand that I was given permission. But if it's some AI or some weird algorithm bot set in place, they're not going to know that, man. And they're going to hit me with a copyright anyway. So, I mean, but let's see what happens. And that was $5 from Kenneth, Australia. I love supporting people when they get creative and do their own thing. So, man, look, I would be more than happy to play your music. Unless it sucks. No, we'll find out, won't we? But no, I'm sure you're very good. You're very good, and I love to hear your music. I love to encourage you. So let's see. Let's see how it goes. The last question about Chicago was from I said Dre Johnson. Oh, Ciara Content says, can you do a review of the MTV movie All You've Got? You know what? Was that like a MTV movie that went to the theater, or was that something that was just strictly on MTV? All That You Got? Let me see. I don't think I've heard of that. Yeah, I don't. Let me see here. All That You Got movie? Let me put that in. I don't think I've heard of this before. So chances are, probably no. uh, All That You've Got. All right, let me see here. I see it. There it is. Let me see some images from this. Yeah. I mean, is there a particular reason? Oh, there it is, y'all. Is there a particular reason why you want to have us do this? Is it that bad? Is it supposed to be good? Do you want us to roast it? Honestly, I've not heard of this movie. This must be shitty because well, if I haven't heard of it, but I don't know if this is. Yeah, listen, nobody's demanding except you that we watch this. I haven't heard of it. I don't know how popular this is. I don't know if it's anything anybody wants to see. I don't know. It's kind of a cult classic, somebody said. Okay. All right. So a lot of people saying they haven't heard of it. Yeah, I don't know, man. If it's a cult classic that, and by cult classic, does that mean that you like it? Are you the cult? Because I see some people in here. Some people, yeah, a lot of people like, I haven't heard of this. But sure, yeah, man, I don't know. I'm going to safely say, just so I'm not being an asshole, I'm not leading anybody on. I'm going to say safely right now, no, we will probably not do a review of this. We will not roast this. It doesn't seem to be anything that's in demand. But if the opportunity comes up, maybe. I don't know. A lot of people saying, nah. I'm sorry, Ciara. I don't think this as they say on American Idol, it's a no. I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah, a lot of people haven't heard about this. But you never know. You never know. Keep hope alive. Let me see what else we got here. But thank you for your question. I appreciate that. Let me see here. See, I already gave $5 for that. I appreciate that. I don't want to be an asshole. Who knows? Well, I tell you what. I'll keep it on my mind. Can you send me an email? And I'll tell you what. Here's what we'll do. We're going to move on, but I'll tell you what. Can you send me an email explaining why you want us to do this? Is it because you just like it that much? Is it give me? I'm not asking you to write an essay. I'm not asking you to go out your way for me. Just help me understand what it is about this fucking movie that you love so much, and then why you think we should do something about it. I'm curious, and then who knows? And from there, who knows what'll happen? Maybe so. That's fair, right? I think so. This is Tiberius Monk is here again. $5. Name a film series where you like one entry over the popular fan favorite. For example, I greatly prefer Iron Man 3 to Iron Man 1. Man, if I do that, I'm going to get my ass kicked by all y'all. I'm going to get my ass whooped. Because all right, let me see here. Oh, let me see. Because I can tell you right now, one that pops up. Let me see. And I know I'm very much now, please understand me when I say this. I'm not trying to tell anybody else to watch this. I'm fully aware that I am in the minority on this. But as far as rewatchability goes, I think that I like Pirates of the Caribbean 2, Dead Man's Chest more than 1. And I'm not even sure if that is the one. I know it's either 2 or no, it is 2. Yeah, it's 2. I can watch that more than I can watch the original. And that's not, I'm saying the original is bad. I know that Dead Man's Chest is not the favorite among a lot of people who love this series. But I like this one, man. I think that I prefer that one over the original. And everybody loves the original. And I respect the original. I mean, a lot of people came out and they were like, wow, this is the one that kicked off Disney. Isn't that the one that kicked off Disney making movies out of rides because people are like saying, man, that was way better than it should have been. I don't know, maybe the Country Bears were first or something, but I know that this had a big impact on Disney and it left people pretty amazed that the first one was as good as it was. But I like the second one better. I don't know why. Yeah, I think it was a lot more fun for me. It's just it's a crazy world. I think the movie kind of pushed it. I think they pushed in the craziness themselves with the story and the antics and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that'll be my answer, Tiberius Monk. That's actually a pretty good question. I like that. I like when you put me out there like that. Challenge me, expose me, make me look dumber than I already do. All right, let's see what else we got right here. This is Elijah Cole, $2. Hi, Corey. Have you been in contact with Tony, aka the co-host? So, if you were around when we did Spill, you know that we had a robot character named the co-host 3000, and that's the character right there. And the answer is no, I have not. But that's not to say that we're not friends. We're not cool with each other. I know he works a lot. I think he's more of a homebody these days than anything. But we always wish each other happy birthday, Merry Christmas. For a while he was coming to the house when we'd have a party. I haven't seen him in like about 2 years. I know that we were supposed to go grab. Yeah, we were supposed to go grab something to eat. Me, him, myself, and there was another guy that worked with Tony that was going to meet us out. But it was something happening where I couldn't go. So yeah, I haven't seen. To answer your question, I haven't seen co-host in a while, Tony in a while. But I am. We're still pretty good friends, man, and I want to see him sometime soon. I would love to see him. Yeah, the guy's name is Tony Guerrero. And I know that for a while he was taking care of his family. I think his father had died. I think his mother might have gotten sick. And yeah, so he was just taking care of his family. And yeah, he's very family oriented. He's very tight with his family. So yeah, I hope to see him soon. I do. I know some people had asked me, man, how did the co-host character come about? That's a question for another time. Nobody asked that today, but I get that question a lot. Oh, let's see what else we got here. $5. Yo, Corey, I watched Audition, the movie. That movie was something, man. And speaking about roasting, you should do Teen Wolf 2 next. I think we actually had Teen Wolf 2 for some reason on our poll for a roast. I don't know. But man, we were just talking about Audition. The reason why this is brought up is because Audition is a Japanese film. And let me see here. Takashi Miike, I think is the name of the director. But we answered a question about what was one of the most uncomfortable, disturbing movies that we had watched that made us walk out. And I love this movie, by the way. Audition is great. It's a horror movie that starts out like a sort of like a lame drama in a way almost. And that's what, now I mean that as the biggest compliment because it seems like there's not a whole lot going on. It almost seems like some kind of weird Hallmark movie or something. And then it takes a crazy turn. The thing that worked about this movie is that I had no idea what I was going into. I was going into this movie just knowing the title. This is back in the 90s. And the 90s were a different, I think this movie is 90s, right? Let me see here. Let me see. 1999, actually, is when this movie came out. You can see right there. So, man, this film, the 90s was a great time to review movies because the internet was still new and we saw everything at the theater. I mean, it was something like, when I say the internet was still new, at least it was fairly new for people who were using it mainstream. at that moment. And so you didn't have streaming. And I mean, you had a sort of a primitive form of streaming, but not as mainstream as it is right now. So you didn't have streaming. You didn't have as many movies that were made originally for streaming. Theaters were still open to everything. Theaters were all about, you had your mainstream theaters, your big, your you know, your theaters built for blockbusters and Hollywood movies. You still had your indie theaters, which were thriving. You had your college theaters, which showed even crazier shit than the indie theaters did. And we saw so many movies back then. And the great thing about seeing some of the smaller movies, the independent movies, is that you would go into them not having seen a trailer, because again, you didn't have everybody blowing that up on the internet and passing it around, and you know, you weren't being bombarded with advertisements all the time for certain things, and word of mouth was even not as strong as was weaker than it is now. And you would go and not know what a movie is at all. And so you would just know the title sometimes. We just knew we had to get up at 10 in the morning and go see a film. We went to go see this movie, not knowing what it was. We went in, oh, they're speaking Japanese, foreign film, cool. All right, oh, this guy's meeting this girl. He's I think he worked as an executive or something, or like a show exec. It's been a long time seeing this, but he meets this girl, and we're thinking like, oh, okay, so this is just some kind of romantic drama with a little bit of comedy thrown in. All right, not a big deal happening. And so we thought for the longest time, all right, this is boring. And then there's a point in the movie where something in the background just moves. I'm not gonna spoil what it is, but something in the background does something really fucking weird. And we were like, holy shit, what the fuck was that? And from that point on, things got weirder to the point where it got so weird and so violent in a creepy way. And when they finally hit to the point where this girl was doing something with a piece of piano wire to another person, we were like, we're out. Okay, we're out the door. We ain't leaving, because we can't. We got to find out what happens. We got to know what happens with that thing in the background, her with this piano wire, this person as that is the object of the piano wire. I mean, it was so great going to. We saw a lot of movies like that where you would go in and you wouldn't know a fucking thing that was happening, and you would just be caught fresh, completely by surprise. And I miss those days, man, because that's the thing about movies now. You're going to see either a movie, you're going to be blasted with advertisements for it, or you're going to have somebody tell you about it before you can actually see it. Yeah, it's going to be recommended to you by some algorithm. It's just so many things, man, that you don't get to go into a movie as cold as you like to. You can try to avoid a movie all you want to. It's almost damn near impossible to do, unless the movie's just extremely small. But anyway. Yeah, it was a Japanese horror film. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's too bad you can't watch it with the experience that we had, but watch it. It's really good. Let me see here. This is from Assault, 11 pounds. Just being generous, no question. Thank you, Assault. I appreciate that. So this is Derek Johnson. Not trying to start any shit, but I gotta say, oh man. So I'm reading this. I didn't know what it was gonna say, but this man paid $25, so I'm gonna read it. I hope it's not starting any shit, and I really don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I don't know where this is going, but not trying to start any shit. But I gotta say, having Marco on Sundays from a completely business and entertainment standpoint felt like real chemistry, natural flow, and smooth between you three. Yeah, listen, man. So for those who don't know, we have Marco on who's a guest, and we had him on while Julian was gone for Christmas. And I've told you some things. I've been honest with you. I've probably been too honest, too open. And man, for all the jokes and roasting, and for all the things that even might seem mean-spirited, I don't I don't like hurting somebody's feelings, and I don't like making somebody feel like shit. I don't like making somebody feel thrown away. That's just a feeling I had to deal. I've had to deal with a lot of my life, and I don't like doing that to people. So it's not to say that I won't clamp down and take care of business if I have to. But Julian Hemmendinger he seemed like he's been really trying. I thought that there were some problems, and I'm like you, Derek. I mean that from a complete business standpoint. It's nothing personal. And I sat down, I talked to Julian about these things. And we've talked about these things before, but it really did kind of come to a head. Not where I was yelling at him or he was yelling at me or anything like that, but it really did come to a point where it's like, all right, we have to make a decision here, man, because I'm at a point where I'm going to have to make a hard decision and probably bring somebody in and have you move out. And even then, I'll tell you this, if Julian had been asked to leave the show on Sundays, I probably would have tried to work with him on something else. But I like to give somebody a chance. And Julian really made me feel like the last few shows that he is trying. He's with all the things that we talked about, he's trying. I think sometimes he's being too careful, which is natural after being in that situation. You know, you're watching yourself a little bit more. You're being more cautious. But man, he really did eagerly tell me, like, I don't want to go. Give me a shot. Let's try this again. And he seems very sincere about it. And if somebody is that passionate about being here, and he is very helpful with a lot of other things around here. He really is. He shows a lot of initiative. That I want to give that person a chance. So I'm not even saying he's on some kind of probation or anything like that. We're trying it again, man. And so I think that in the past few weeks, I don't know. You know what? Let me ask you guys. And again, I'm not trying to put him out. I'm not throwing him to the wolves. Please don't be shitty to be shitty. I mean, give me some honest feedback. But if you've seen the Sunday service and you've seen Julian the last few weeks, I don't know. You tell me. How's it been? You let me know. I mean, I'm probably doing a mistake by asking this out in the open, but the question's been asked. I don't know. You tell me what you think, man. Let me see here. He is better. He is fine. Way better than others. I like Julian. He's gotten much better. Yeah. Let the Julian cook. Somebody said always been cringe and unfunny. But he seems fine now. He's been better. So you know what? I've seen a lot of people saying that he's been better. And I think that, at this point, I think that I'll tell you something else. I think that this has been a lot of personal growth for him too. I'll close with this. I think that I was a different person when I started this. I think I was, and y'all gonna agree. I know you're gonna jump on me about this. Yeah, you were. I was more obnoxious. I think my insecurities came through a lot more when I started this. And doing this gave me a lot of personal growth. Doing this, I think, made me a better person. Taught me patience too, believe it or not. So I think that I see I'm not looking at Julian just as a host and coming in and growing that way. I actually think that I see a lot of personal growth in him. And I just don't want to seem like a hypocrite where I had to go through a lot of experience to learn. And I know what I was like, and I think that I feel like I should just afford him the same opportunity. Again, maybe I'm being too soft. I don't know, but that's me, man. Yeah. So somebody said you've never been to the level of Julian. Well, hey, man, listen, everybody's different. What can I say? Oh, somebody said you held back a lot from cussing out people in the chat. I mean, I've been, you know what? If I could just continue to get personal with y'all, man, I have been so disappointed with the state of the world right now. And I said this the other night. I think people they see being cruel and they see being mean as a virtue. They see having no empathy for people that's a virtue. And I'm just trying not to become. I'm not trying to put that kind of energy out there as much as I was. Now I'll cuss a motherfucker out if I have to. You know that. I will. But I'm just trying to pull back, man, and I'm not trying to. The world is stressful enough. I'm not trying to be that stressed out, and I'm definitely not trying to put that kind of vibe out there, man. You know, I just don't think we need that. So yeah. So BSG Wiz says, Corey, you've been a lot better. I teach Tai Chi, which is the Taoist practice, like Taoism. These people come and go, but we remain. That actually feels very encouraging. Thank you. All right. Let's see here. $5 from Dov himself. Once again, Dov himself. Let me see. Where is he? Dov himself. He is who he is, and that's all he can be. If you don't like, you can kiss his ass. He didn't say all that. I don't know why I put that on there. I love the OG Sega Genesis, but those games were so damn hard to beat that I never finished one without cheat codes. How do you look back on the OG Sega? I remember I had an opportunity to buy a Nintendo, a Super Nintendo. Was it Super Nintendo? I think it was Super Nintendo. That came at the same time as the Sega Genesis. No, wait, let me see. The OG Sega. No, okay, I'm thinking about Sega Genesis. I bought a Genesis at the same time as when the Super Nintendo came out. I wish I had bought a Nintendo, whichever it was. But man, I don't remember any of the games that I had. You know what? I remember one game. I told y'all about this. Because I had a lot of games on I had the OG Sega too, also. And I remember playing a lot of games that I couldn't tell you the name of those games to this day because they were not that great. And one of those games, now you want to talk about those games were hard? I bought a game. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. I bought a game, and I don't know why I bought it, man. I think I bought it because of the art on the box. But I was 16 years old, and I bought this game called Cyborg Hunter. I remember buying it at Toys R Us. I don't know why the fuck I bought it. I think I just bought it because I had some extra money on me, and I just wanted to buy some kind of game, and I kind of played everything, and I just wanted to buy something that I just wanted. I don't know. I guess I was playing roulette with this game because I knew nothing about it. Anyway, I took it home, and I remember I had a huge project because I waited to the last minute to do it. We had to for my Spanish class, we had to make these bingo cards, and I waited until the last minute to make my bingo cards. I was drawing the characters and cutting the little things out, and because you were learning something called loiteria. Loiteria is bingo, so you learn the words by playing bingo with them. You have to yell out the word or something. Anyway, I didn't sleep that night, but I remember I worked so hard I had to take a break. I said, let me play this game that I got right now. I just played it for a little while. I popped in Cyborg Hunter, and I beat that game in like an hour. I said, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Really? I paid, because those games were expensive back then. I paid for $30, $40 to beat this game in 1 hour. And I remember I went to school that day. I turned in my Loteria cards. Everybody loved it. The hard work was not in vain. School was over. I was exhausted. I could not wait to get home and at least take a nap, if not go to bed. But I said, God damn it, before I go home, I'm stopping by Toys R Us and I'm refunding this shit right here. I went back and got my money back. I said, man, I barely had this game. There it is right there. It was a simple ass game. I said, I barely had this game and I beat it already. Give me my money back. And I couldn't even get my money back. I had to get Giraffe Bucks or Jeffrey Bucks. And I had to turn that in for another game. So yeah, that's kind of the opposite of the experience you had, but that game is notorious in my mind to this day. Because that game was so easy to beat. Cheap ass game. Let me see what else we got here. This is Eagles Man, $2. Are you going to play Resident Evil Requiem? Oh man, I've been talking about that. You weren't around earlier. Oh hell yeah. Yes. Yes, I'm going to play Resident Evil. So, I mean, why wouldn't I? As somebody described me earlier, I'm a Resident Evil stan. I was there for the first Resident Evil game, and I've been hooked ever since. I remember getting it, and I'd never played anything like it before. And now we're at number 9. That was like 30 years ago since the first one came out. And yeah, this one stars my favorite character, Leon. Got this other character here, Ashley Ashcroft or whatever her name is. And I like the way they say it's going to be a combination of traditional survival horror. You know, you walk around, loan ammunition, you're creeping around, trying not to get killed by some creatures and zombies. But then they say Leon's section is going to go back to Resident Evil 4, which was revolutionary because it became action. So you're going to have traditional survival horror, and you're going to have action horror. And I can't wait to play this, man. I cannot wait to play this. I am ridiculously silly with excitement for this. I still play 4, and I still play Village to this day. It's just like a movie. You know, I tell you, there's certain movies I pop on, and when I do, I can't stop watching. If I pop on a certain movie that I love, I'm there for the next 2, maybe even 4 hours, just watching it if it's that long. Same goes with Resident Evil games. If you start me playing Resident Evil 2 or 4 or Village, and maybe even 7, I'm in. I gotta finish the game. I gotta keep going. Yeah, I can't really show a lot of things from a lot of videos while I'm streaming on YouTube, but man, you want to know a funny story about Martin? And it's not just Martin. Let me see here. Let me put this in. I'm gonna tell y'all a story about Martin and Resident Evil. Oh, let me see. So I'm gonna show this for you right here. Let me go ahead and pull this up, and let me find the right point. Let's see. Let me see, y'all. Let me see here. All right. Hold on. I'm trying to get at the right point. I want to make sure that I got at the point where where I can make my point here. Oh, there it is. Right there. So let me tell you a little story. So I was playing the original Resident Evil back in 1996. Again, never seen anything like it. And I'm going to prove to you, like today you look at it and you think, oh man, that looks primitive. That looks so ugly, that game right there. That's ancient. Yeah, maybe. But that game was so effective, especially with the jump scares. So Martin, I was about to hang out with him, and he had 2 friends from out of town. And his 2 friends were these big old corn-fed Negroes, right? So they came over, and I said, hey man, before we go, y'all got a little time? Because I'm playing this game. Come in and watch me play. And I think this is I had backtracked to an area where I knew there was something coming up that was going to get them. So they didn't know anything about Resident Evil. As far as they know, just a video game. Kid stuff. So I said, hey man, y'all sit down and watch me play this. And they sat down and they're like, all right, what's going on? Because I was in the middle of a hallway. I was in the middle of this hallway just walking. There it is. And they kept watching, and then that music made them get quiet. They started getting into what I was doing to see if I could solve some kind of puzzle. And as they watched, well, they jumped out. Boy, you should have seen them. Oh, big old black ass dude, they almost ran out my room, man. They jumped so high and squealed so high and screamed so high, and I knew I was gonna get them. Because like I said, that is how effective this game was. That kind of horror in a video game, a lot of people hadn't seen before. Those kind of jump scares, a lot of people hadn't experienced that before. And I got the asses. That was because I remember when I played it. How it got me. I really almost, people say, man, I almost shit on myself. I didn't do that, but I for real, I think I might have pissed myself. I think I almost peed on myself if I didn't let out a little trickle or two. Boy, the panic that you feel when that scene comes up, man. Yeah, today you might look at it and be like, "Oh, that ain't scary," but man, I don't know. I still think that game kind of holds up today. But it was, yeah, that game was a lot of fun, man, and it was so effective at the time. Let me see here. All right, let's go back to the questions over here. Oh. It's 11 pounds again from Asal SXM. Hey, man, good to see you. You said you want to remake 3 a.m. Why not animate it and make it a 3-parter? You can exaggerate some of the behind-the-scenes stuff and still use some of the original cast. Funny you should say that because, first of all, it's 2 a.m. We joke about making the sequel 3 a.m., but I made a movie a long time ago called 2 a.m. And man, you know what? Let me see if I can show you something. Y'all want to see something? Now, this I think I can show you. So I always talk about how when I made that movie, I was very inexperienced. We wanted to do it for a way of teaching ourselves to make film. It was our film school. And I always said at the time that I wanted to always remake it. And even I questioned myself. I said, did I say all that? Because I get the feeling when I say that, people say, well, that's what you say now. But yeah, you probably just saying that now today because you didn't continue to make another film. You didn't make it. That movie didn't do anything. The movie actually played in a couple of festivals, including South by Southwest. But, people you just use that as an excuse because you just didn't have what it take to make another film. And that's not true. I for real didn't make another movie because I started doing what I do now. And I started making money. It started to become my livelihood and my business to do, streaming, hosting shows, podcasting, whatever. And that's when I started doing Spill. And so but even I questioned myself. I was like, man, did I actually really say that? Do I really believe that? Somebody found an interview of me long time ago when I was talking about 2 a.m. And let me see if I can find it. Because somebody sent it to me. And the reason why I'm saying this is because everything I'm saying right now, I said at that time. And they were the ones that told me that. Because they were asking me about the movie. Because I don't like to show the movie to people, man. I think that's the reason why I want to remake it. I want to remake it just to see if I can do it better. I want to remake it to see if I did learn anything. I think I am a better writer. I think I can probably direct better. And plus the technology's better. So I don't know, man. But let me see here. Let me see. Let me actually go to another page here. Corey Coleman, 2 a.m. interview. I think I can show that. Yeah, it's right here, man. It's like a 6-minute. It's a 6-minute interview. I'm gonna try to get to a point where I'm talking about this. I'll probably show this again to Martin and everybody one day, but let me see here. So, and I'm younger, so I look a little crazier. So, I can't wait for the memes for that. But are you guys okay with me showing you this? I don't want to bore you. I mean, do you want to see it? If you don't, I mean, seriously, don't be afraid to be rude. If you want me to show it later, I'll show it later. You don't want to see it at all, I won't. But if you want to see it, if people say, yeah, okay, yes, okay. This I think I can show and I'll be fine. So let me see. Here it is. This is me 20-something years ago talking about 2 a.m. Now talking about nothing because you can't hear me. I forgot to turn up the sound on the video. All right, let me try that again. And since I review movies, both like Hollywood big movies and
local films, I would just sometimes I wouldn't have anything nice to say about them, and so people would come up and they'd say, you're talking about movies so much, you're talking about other people's movies so much. What can you do? You never made one. And I thought that was a pretty cool point. So I said, hey, I should try. It took so long because there were just a lot of things that were done badly that I wanted to correct. First of all, it started out with the set and the crew that we had. Nothing was wrong with the crew, but we just had too much. I mean, we were trying to be like an actual Hollywood set, so we had all these gaffers, best boys, sound people, we had wardrobe people, script doctors and checkers and whatnot, and it was just too much. So that was a disaster because it was just too many people to keep up with. So I had to stop and regroup and make it smaller after that, just get me and a guy to shoot. And then also I took my time because this was more like a film school for me. We were going to get into festivals, but I just thought they were going to be like low-end festivals. I didn't expect to really like get into South by Southwest or anything. So not to say I'm not proud of the movie. It's just I wanted to like take my time and learn it. And then on the second movie that I would do, that's when I would actually feel like I was a little more confident and probably get bigger rewards for it.
So there you go.
Before
what the hell is that? So yeah, man. That's So I did say that was the whole goal the whole time, was to just make that. I didn't even know if it was going to go anywhere. We were just going to do it and hopefully do what I was talking about now, make another movie and then be able to kind of backtrack and show that and give everybody who participated or who was in it, give them their respects. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. I definitely, I'm not going to animate it because animating it would just take away from it. It's not a movie that needs to be done in animation. I mean, you can. I believe you can do anything in animation if you do it right. But it would definitely be done with again a young cast. I wouldn't bring back the original people unless they were just cameos. Because I had dinner just last week with one of the guys in the movie who I hadn't seen in a while. Strange that this is coming up, and we were talking about what my plans are for this. So I don't know, man. I'm not saying I will, but I definitely it's been going around my head more and more. I've actually started writing a little bit, and I'm trying to find the time to kind of keep it up. It's another reason why I'm staying in. So yeah, it's always been the plan from the very beginning to just make it and just make the next one and really put all the stock in that one. So yeah, man, that's another reason why I like doing this kind of stuff, man. You make me go down memory lane and you make me remember all these things and talk about these things. So let's see here. What else we got? So thank you for that question, man. It's $5 from Red Panda 603, who says, between you guys and Red Letter Media, thanks for the recommendation, Hard Ticket to Hawaii. That was a riot. Oh my God. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm a little disappointed that more people did not watch our roast for Hard Ticket to Hawaii, because I know that's kind of a movie that a lot of people, younger people, are not familiar with. But this movie, Hard Ticket to Hawaii, is amazing, man. I'll say this: if you like, what is it? The cop movie. What is it called? Ninja Cop. Y'all know what it's called, man. Somebody help me out here. What's that? We did a roast on it. Samurai Cop. Wow, I couldn't think of that. Samurai Cop. If you love Samurai Cop, then Hard Ticket to Hawaii is sort of the spiritual sequel to that, or spinoff, or successor, or whatever. Hard Ticket to Hawaii is great, man. It's ridiculous. I almost think like there's this trilogy of films that were made not related to each other, but if you do like a triple feature with them, it's almost like B-movie heaven, man, because they're all kind of, they all have sort of the same DNA, as they say. It's Samurai Cop, Hard Ticket to Hawaii, and Miami Connection, which Miami Connection has quickly become one of my favorite movies, man. So yeah, if you can, watch our roast of Hard Ticket to Hawaii. It's on there. It's on our channel. But if you haven't seen it, or if you don't want to watch our roast, man, go and watch the movie. The movie's hilarious. The movie's great. Let me see what else we got here now. Ooh. This is from T_C242. $5. Do you recall the time some idiot called in and called you the N-word? Did you ever figure out who it was? I have a guess as to who it may have been. So when was this? I don't even remember this, to be honest with you. Was it on the was it on the when we were doing Double Toasted? Because I've been called the N-word a lot, actually. But no, I got some stories where I was called the N-word, but I don't remember being called out on this show. But then we've been doing this damn near going on 12 years now, so there's a lot of things that have probably slipped my mind. But yeah, refresh me, man, because I don't remember that. And then, needless to say, we didn't figure out who it was because I can't even remember that. It just blends in with all the other N-word times that I've had in my life. Let's see here. Hey, Corey, I really enjoy your bad movie roast videos. They are funny, especially with Billy. Yeah, Billy's our resident cackler on there. I do admit his cackle adds a certain je ne sais quoi to the show. Let's see here. You hear Pixie there? She's snoring. I'm trying to bring up the other. Come on now. Oh my God. Am I going to have to refresh this? I can't see the other. Let me refresh this. I can't see some of the super chats that were given to me. All right. They did. Wow. They refreshed right as I refreshed the page. But let me see here. Let me go ahead and bring it back to fan funding. Sorry, y'all. Let's see here. All right, here we go. We're good. We're good. Oh, there we go. There we go. And that was Poison. Poison Rituals gave $5 for that comment. How's it glorious? Gave $5. Speaking of strange 90s films, do you remember Boxing Helena? I do. Isn't that the one with Madonna and she cuts the arms and legs off of a girl named Helena and puts in a box? Thing is, I never saw it. Boxing Helena, it was, let me see here. Let me see. Who was in Boxing Helena? Okay, so Madonna was not in it, but the girl from Twin Peaks, Sherilyn Fenn was in it. Bill Paxton was in this. But yeah, I never saw the movie. I just remember it had like this real crazy high concept where they cut the arms and legs off this woman, and then they put her in a box. She couldn't move or something. I don't know. Damn, she's 60 years old? Man, this is weird. I'm not saying that she's a bad looking woman. I'm not, but she is an older woman, definitely. I haven't seen this woman, Sherilyn Fenn, or looked her up for a long time. So I'm still thinking of like this image right here. Man, it's crazy. Isn't that wild when you like haven't seen somebody for a long time and then all of a sudden you pull them up on the internet and you get that? Still beautiful, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying she's bad looking at all, but man, this is who I still had in my mind right here. Wow, that's internet just comes and slaps the shit out of you sometimes. Yeah, she's beautiful, but back then she was hot. I mean, she was kind of the it girl at the time, man. Yeah. Let me stop looking at these pictures, man, because now I feel mean. Because then you start feeling depressed that they're not the hot chick that you remember from back in the day, and then you feel shitty because it's like you're calling them ugly or something. I'm not doing that at all, man. But damn, man, she's a different creature today. I'm doing it again. The creature. I shouldn't have said that. See, let me just shut up and move on. Let me see what we got over here. A lot of entertainment websites talked about the weak box office of 2025. Do you think 2026 box office might rebound, stay the same, or get worse? It's really hard to tell, man. I think that there are things that are still having an impact on the box office. I still think streaming is having a big impact on box office. I still think that we're in the middle of a growth stage with theaters. Because now, and here's what's really going to make a big difference in what happens in 2026 if it goes through. Now, let's just say Warner Brothers gets bought by Netflix. We still have to wait and see how that window is from theatrical to streaming, to home or whatever. Because as long as we have those small theatrical windows, and as long as we have streaming, giving people the mentality of, I will wait until that comes to video, or I'll wait until that comes to streaming, then it's going to have an impact on the box office, right? It's going to be a situation where I think that theaters are still trying to figure themselves out. Theaters are going to have to change, I think. And because I think people's viewing habits are changing. I've always said this, and I think theaters have to embrace this even more. Movies are turning more into a social thing, more than they ever were before. They always were. But now they have to be more, they have to be bigger events, more than just the movie itself. You'll have your movies that are going to make money. Doomsday, it's going to kill, right? But I still think you're going to have people who want more out of their theater going experience for their money. I think you're going to want to have more activities at the theater. I think you're going to have to keep striving for better food. You're going to have to make it a night out. You're paying crazy money now to go see a movie. And I think people, they'll pay for whatever's there. I think people are really going to show up more if you give them more than just some expensive ass popcorn and overpriced candy. And theaters are already kind of doing that. But I think you're going to have theaters that are going to offer you more of a social event besides the film itself. I don't know. Maybe there's a bowling alley in there or something. I don't know. It got to be like mega churches or something, you know? I think there's some mega churches with bowling alleys and arcades in there. So we're going to have to make them something of a slight amusement park type feel, or a mini mall type feel, or mega church type feel. That is my opinion right there. Ooh. Let's see here. I don't know. What do y'all think, man? Let me ask you what y'all are thinking. Do you think that? What do you think? Do you think that? I think theater's going to stay the same. I don't know if it's going to get any worse. I don't know if it's going to get any better though. But yeah. Let me see here. Well, I'm waiting on opinions, but nobody has any. Smoking section, maybe. Nah, that's done. We ain't doing that no more. Yeah, somebody said I think the box office will be better. And that guy knows what he's talking about. That's Chris McGowan. He says it'll be lower. Oh wow, okay, damn. All right, we'll see. We'll see, man. We got some big movies coming out, but we'll see. I haven't looked at the movies coming out either, but I'll probably give you a long-winded answer for nothing. Somebody just showing support. $25 from Derek Johnson. Thank you, man. Thank you. $20 from Derek Johnson. Damn, man, you are being very nice tonight. Thank you. That's very kind of you. He says, I bought that Expedition 33 a few months ago, and watching you start it had me finally start playing it. Loving the game, and can see why it blew the awards away. Yeah, man, it's a game that I normally don't even play, because I don't like to play RPGs where you have to do turn-based combat. But they have a pretty cool way of doing it, man. And I've been enjoying the game. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna have time to play it tonight. I was gonna try to play it. That's why I said possible gameplay, but it looks like I'm not gonna be able to, because what time is it? It's 9 o'clock. I don't know. Now, if I start now, I could probably do some good with that, but I don't know, man. I still got to do some stuff tonight. Still got to work out and things like that. Still got to watch the movie for tomorrow. We're watching that Neil Breen movie, Twisted Pair, which I thought we had seen before. Then I started watching like, oh, hell no. No, we did not. Ooh, we don't have a good time with that. That might be a two-parter. That's so crazy. Dark Ninja, $5. Yo, Corey, I graduate in May. And I was wondering, what advice do you have for an up-and-coming college student or a college graduate? Man, I am so depressed and disappointed and just sort of shocked by the state of this country right now, that I couldn't give a graduation speech at this moment, because my graduation speech would be very short and it would anger a lot of people. They'd never have me back again. My thing is, just don't be an asshole. I know I'm not giving you any good. I will give you some good advice. I will. I got some great advice. I really do. But man, there's so many people who come out of college and either they're saddled with debt, but if you are making it, man, you start making money, you don't be a shitty person, man. There are so many people who just don't care about others today. They only care about themselves. They're very selfish. And I would just tell you, there's so many bad people in the world right now, and I don't want to be cynical. Just don't be one of them. If you don't like the way the world is right now, go out, be a success, definitely take care of you, but just don't think about you. And just don't be a person who is so self-centered, who is so just selfishly self-driven that you're not thinking about others. Do something to improve the world. Do something to understand how other people are, and not assume that people you don't know, you don't understand, are bad people. That's my real thing. I can tell you about going out and being successful and all that, but the world is so shitty right now, and people are so mean to each other. Just don't be an asshole, man. And we all are at some point, but just think about other people. Try to make the world a better place. If it's good, if life is good for you, then make it better for other people, man. Now, you want some advice on like some real academic advice? Okay. I've always thought, and this is what's worked for me, I've seen it work for other people. Man, find a goal for yourself. A lot of people come out of college, and I see it with some of my friends even. People have no real goal, and so when they don't have any goal, they don't know where to go with their life, man, and they kind of flounder, and things might work for them, but I know some people who have no goals and they just like living life very loose. I got a friend right now, my friend Sammy. He says, "Yeah, I've never been a person that was goal oriented or knew what I wanted to do," and he just kind of just takes different jobs. He's graduated college, but he takes different jobs that he really doesn't care about that much, and he can just quit and move and go where he wants to, him and his girl, and pick up another job and just live his life, experience in different places. That's fine. If you're that kind of person, that's cool. But if you're some person who, a lot of people, man, if you're a person that wants some kind of career, or there's certain dreams or aspirations or goals that you have, then get that goal. The earlier you know what you want to do, the earlier you can start working on achieving that thing, because more than likely doing anything that's worthwhile takes time, right? It takes you got to put in the work in order to make that thing that you want to do come to fruition. So yeah, that's what I would do. Fine, if you are somebody who has a certain path in life that you want to go, get that goal, start working towards it as soon as possible. Don't wait. Don't flip flop. Find what you want to do. But then again, I'm a little biased because I've always been goal oriented. I've always known that I want to do something with animation or entertainment ever since I was a little kid. I'm actually living my dream right now doing this. That's all because of you out there. Thank you. And that's from Dark Ninja. So when you graduate from ninja school, man, if you have a certain number of people that you want to kill, you want to be the best ninja out there, then work on that. Start killing today. I don't know if I can say that on YouTube. I'm joking. I don't do that. I'm kidding. Kidding, Mr. YouTube. I'm kidding. Let me see here. This is a good question. Poison Rituals, $2 again. Do you think Resident Evil 5 will ever get a remake? Hey man, never say never. It's not going to get a remake soon. Now, can I nerd out about Resident Evil for a little while, y'all? If y'all know anything about Resident Evil, I just let me talk to this guy right here because I'm gonna probably name some things you don't know about. They already are talking about. It'll be a while before they remake Resident Evil 5. Resident Evil 5, for those who don't know, Resident Evil 5 is. Let me see here. It's considered to be a game that's not. It's not one of the best Resident Evil games. I liked it. I actually had fun with this. This is the one that's notorious for one of the characters punching a boulder. The character named Chris Redfield. He punched the shit out of a boulder, y'all. Boulder came rolling down. A boulder that should crush any man. He cocked his fist back and said, "Bitch," and knocked that boulder out. But I liked it, man. But this is where people start criticizing that it started getting more action oriented. I don't think they liked his partner. The game was controversial, and I'm gonna call them out on this. They were full of shit because it was one of those games where they were in Africa, so a lot of the infected there were black people, and black and brown, but a lot of black, and I think they changed that. And so you were shooting you this white man just running around shooting a bunch of black people. Now, I know I bring up race a lot. Oh, here we go again. But I mean, the reason why that's important is because I'm glad somebody took notice that they did indeed change it. But representation in games, representation in everything these days, DEI, fuck you, is looked at as first of all, it's not there. Representation in video games is poor. All right, you're either some generic white dude or you're some hot ass female with a big ass and big titties. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But, people of color hardly ever get a lead role in a game. You're not going to be some, woman with realistic curves being the head of a game. It's yeah, man. But this one, I could see them remaking it only if to improve on the things that people were complaining about. But then again, it would probably be a different game. But I can see them one day doing it. But the game they're working on it'll be a long ass time before they do it, because the game they're working on right now, there's rumors going around that they're going to remake Code Veronica. Code Veronica is another big Resident Evil title. And which one was this? Was this 4? No, not 4. I'm not talking about 4. Was this which one was it? What number would this be? Anyway, they're talking about remaking Code Veronica. Code Veronica is it's not one of my favorites, but I could see them definitely remaking that. Let me see. Let's go to another question. Oh, hey Corey, have you ever considered roasting a compilation of old commercials similar to how the Nostalgia Critic does? Man, you know what? Why not? Why not? Why not on the Roast and Toast? I don't know how people would feel about that, but we could take a bunch of commercials, because we did that one time with those Muppet commercials. The one where that Muppet kept murdering his partner, the coffee commercial. Oh, let me see here. Let me see. Muppet murder coffee. Let me see here. Yeah, it was these old black and white commercials. We did a video about it where this Muppet kept murdering his co-host because he wouldn't drink the coffee, or he hadn't drank it before. So he kept blowing his ass up. He lynched his ass one time. I electrocuted him. He bludgeoned him with a hammer. He actually shot him a couple of times. Like, he just flat out shooting him. He's like, "Hey, what was it called? Hill's brother? No, Wilkins. Hey, have you had some Wilkin coffees today?" And he's like, "No, I haven't." Blam! It was not even clever, but that's what made him funny. He would just shoot his ass for not drinking coffee. And I loved it. Oh, wow. I never knew that they were that color. And, when you see these in black and white, you don't think about what color they are. All right, let me see here. Oh. Please roast Surf Ninjas. We did. We actually did roast Surf Ninjas. Let me see if that's what I think it is. Maybe we didn't. Maybe I'm thinking about something else. Maybe that was Three Ninjas. No, we man. Did we? Yeah, we. I think. Did we not roast this? That was roast. Yeah, we did. We roasted Surf Ninjas. Hey, where were you? Yeah, you got to go back and. Yeah, we should did. I see that now. Yeah. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we roasted the shit out of this, man. Yeah, man, you're not keeping up. You're not a Double Toasted fan. Get out of here. Nah, we go back into the archives. Hey, lucky for you. Hey, you know what? I should have just said, yeah, we just roasted it just now. Go check it out. So there you go. It's almost like you got an instant roast just for you. Let's see here. Oh. Somebody just joined and wants to know. This is Trey Movies. He said, have you seen Ha Ha, You Clowns from Adult Swim? Yeah, I have. It's another weird Adult Swim show. It's about these three roided out dudes and their father. And they're nice guys. They're actually not you would think that they're all roided out and getting roid rage and just being a bunch of assholes. And no, they're not even that stupid. They're slightly goofy. Maybe just a little dumb. But they're all, they all love their dad. They love their family. They love each other. It's in its own goofy ass way. It's kind of a sweet show, but it's, again, it's Adult Swim. It's some weird shit. And the way they talk, I guess it's making it sound like that. They talk like almost like babies or something. They have all of them have kind of a lisp. Kind of like they talk like roided out Elmer Fudd. Yeah, Dad's gonna come home, and I can't do it. Anyway, just you have to watch the show yourself. But yeah, I've seen it. I like it, man. But I like weird Adult Swim stuff, man. I just have so many memories of Adult Swim being on in the background while I'm working late at night, drawing cartoons and things like that, man. So, yeah, check it out. £6 rather, from Asal as XM. Again, speaking about potential roasts, Madonna's Who's That Girl? The one with the tiger. Oh, I know Who's That Girl. Man, that's so old. I don't know if people. That's an old 80s movie, man. Madonna even did a song about it. But yeah, that movie, Who's That Girl? Man, there are a lot worse Madonna movies to do before we do Who's That Girl. There's a movie called, it's her in a boat. It was a time that she was she was married to Guy Ritchie. Yeah, man. I never saw this movie, so, But if we're going to do something with Madonna, if we're going to roast Madonna, believe me, there's some other roastable Madonna movies besides that one. Oh. Let's see here. Dan Evil Robot, warm and toasty for 7 months. Thank you. Ramen Hibachi, would you rather fight 50 chicken-sized martins or one martin-sized chicken? Let me see here. Oh, man, I want the one martin-sized. No, let me see here. Oh, I want 50 chicken-sized martins. Because I can just see myself just kicking the shit out of them. I'll stump their ass out. And then when I kill them all, I'll fry them up and eat them. So, yeah. I want. Yeah, but you know what? I want 50 chicken-sized martins. No, because then fuck, man, you're confusing me. No, because I'll be eating martin, and that's cannibalism. So no, I want the martin-sized chicken, because that's a big chicken, and once I beat his ass, because I'll beat the shit out that chicken, and then I'll fry him up, and I'll have chicken for weeks, man. So yeah, and then Martin come over and join me. Martin come over, eat the martin-sized chicken. So yeah, the martin-sized chicken, because that's a lot of good eating right there. Yeah. I don't want to kill Martin and eat him. That's not nice. $5 from Mover. Corey, you must watch The Rule of Jeremy Penn before finishing your best movies of 2025 list. Trust me. Love the show and come to Brazil. I would love to come to Brazil one day, man. I'm being serious. Bom dia, by the way. I was I took Portuguese in college because there was no class on Fridays. Let me see the rule of Jeremy Penn. Oh, wait a minute. That's the one where John Lithgow is fucking with he's in an old folks home. He's fucking with his roommate with a doll. Yeah, I don't know if that make my best of list. Martin saw it, and Martin was like, well, this is kind of a one note thing. Just John Lithgow just messing with a dude with a fucking doll. So yeah, I don't know, man. I'll watch it at some point. I'm not gonna lie to you, not in a rush, but because I just don't think it's gonna make my best of list. But it's a very interesting concept. I will watch it at some point. But I got a lot of other things to watch. This one, I got this one. Rob Xavier, $10. Any puppy photos of Pixie? And what was she like when you first adopted her? Did she also have a pillow thrown back then? So first of all, yes, I keep a puppy picture of Pixie right here on my hard drive so that I can just every now and then just get inspired by her cuteness. I've shown this before. Rob, you probably weren't around, but brace yourself because this is so cute. You're not ready for it. But here we go. Brace yourself. Look at that right there. Look at that. Pixie was so tiny that she could fit into the palm of your hand. And that's not my hand. That's the person. That was the advertisement that we saw for her before we got her. And yeah, man. And somebody said she was all head. No, she wasn't. She was all head and ears. Look at those ears, man. And she still haven't grown those ears. As you can see, that tongue. That's why I keep this picture also, because people, they say, does she have teeth? What's wrong with her tongue? And that's the way she always was, man. Yeah. So goddamn cute. I told you not ready for that. When we brought her home, I remember the first thing I did was I dropped her. Because the ex-wife went and got her. And I remember I can tell you exactly what was going on the day that I got Pixie, man. So I given the ex-wife the money to go get her from San Antonio. She took Mojo with her to see if they get along. Immediately, Pixie was just playing with Mojo, having a good time. And so while she was in San Antonio, I was watching that movie where it was, what's your boy's name? Let me see here. Let me see if you can guess this. Adam Driver. Adam Driver played a bus driver. Does anybody remember this? And it was a movie where he played a bus driver, and that's all he did. He just drove the bus. He just did. The movie was about Patterson. That's it. The movie was nothing about it was just about a dude who drove the bus, came home, did nothing, and woke up and drove the bus again. And it was actually pretty good. But I was watching this movie, Patterson. Thank you. Who said that? Who gave me that? Chosen. Yeah, it was this movie right here. And I remember really liking this movie, man. But yeah, Patterson the bus driver. I was watching that, and I remember and I might have liked this movie because I remember watching it and just excited about this puppy coming home. I was, you know how you are when a kid, when you get that excitement. Christmas is coming the next day and you can't wait to open gifts. Your birthday, you're about to go to some theme park or something. You know, that excitement of just waiting on something, that anticipation. I had that anticipation waiting on Pixie, man. I was so excited about her coming home. And then when she got brought home, I remember the ex-wife pulled her out of her coat, and I took a hold of her so fast that I dropped her. And I thought, wow, dog just got here and I already killed her. But she was fine. I picked up and she was fine. And the first night I put her in, we had a little bed made for her already. And I put her in the bed, and that was her first time being there. So she didn't say anything that night. She was pretty quiet. I'm still pretty amazed by that. And then the next night, I remember hanging out with her the next day. We were spending time with him, trying to train her. And the second night, the moment we put in that bed and cut off the lights, and I cannot. It gets to me. I cannot stand to hear a dog whine. So, especially a little puppy. So I picked her up and put her in the bed. I remember she was the ex-wife was scared that I was going to crush her because I was going to roll over on her because she was so small. But nah, man, and ever since then she slept in the bed. And the reason why we got close, Pixie and I, is because since I work at home, just since she was so small, I let her sit on my lap while I was working. Or a lot of times I was working on the bed. And Chihuahuas, a lot of dogs in general, but Chihuahuas really like body warmth and they like being up on somebody. So she was always up on me, man. And she was always sitting between my legs or next to me and snuggled up to me when I was laying down. So she just kind of bonded with me because of that. And she got to the point where that was such a thing with her to sit with me while I'm working. She does not like me to sit at a desk unless she's sitting on my lap. Now she'd rather me sit on the bed, but if I'm sitting at a desk, she will jump off the bed and she will give me the look like, "What are you doing? You think you're gonna do this without me? Get your ass over in the bed." And so when I started doing the streams, she started coming here and pulling the same thing. We got to work this out. You can't leave me by myself. So I would let her sit in my lap, but it was awkward. So that's when I found the pillow. That's actually why I have the pillow, because the pillow makes it easier for her to sit on my lap. She's comfortable. I'm not positioned in some weird way. So yeah, that's why she has the throne, man. So yeah, that's Pixie, man. Little Pixie right there. That's her when she's just a couple of weeks old, I think. A few weeks, not a couple, but a few weeks old. We're going down to the last questions here. Oh, come on. So we got three more. Let's leave it at that. Three more. $5 from T_C42. Somebody says spoiling that dog. Hell yes. Spoiling? That dog is spoiled. There's a word for that. I don't know if it's a black thing or what, but ruined. That dog is just not ruined, ruined. Are you a fan of Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I've never heard your thoughts on it, but it seems right up your alley. Am I a fan of Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I think Who Framed Roger Rabbit is one of the greatest movies ever made, man. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Let me see here. I saw Who Framed Roger Rabbit 4 times in the theater when it came out. I thought it was the greatest thing I'd ever seen. And to this day, I think it's one of the most clever stories, one of the most clever, groundbreaking movies out there. This movie's great, man. This movie's crazy. How just the concept, and that was the first time that because you see things like Ready Player One and some other show or movie where they bring all these different properties in, what do you call it? Wreck-It Ralph, that damn animated movie about all the grocery store mascots, food fight. But no, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I think it was the first big movie to have all these different IPs in one film from different studios. So, yeah, I love this movie, man. I don't know why I haven't named it as one of my, because I always say Training Day, Dark Knight. I always say Pinocchio, but man, I should start naming Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I haven't watched a whole lot of it recently, but man, because I just saw it so much when I was a kid. But Who Framed Roger Rabbit is a genius film, man. Right down, because they had to really go in and create techniques and a new look for mixing live action and animation. It was so groundbreaking that everybody started doing the shadows on the 2D characters to make them look like they were part of the real world. It became something that they just did in animated 2D animated movies in general. But yeah, it's incredible. It's an incredible film. Just a real quick piece of trivia, and answer this quick. I don't want y'all to look it up. So Bob Hoskins played Eddie Valiant, the detective in the movie, the private eye. Who was originally supposed to play Eddie Valiant? Anybody know? Anybody know? Don't go looking up the name now. I need it now. I'm gonna give you Chris likes retro. You got it. Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy talks about to this day how he just kicks himself for passing Who Framed Roger Rabbit, passing up on Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That's yeah, man, it's a great film. It's a freak ass film too. Christopher Lloyd as Judge Doom. Remember me, Eddie? When I killed your brother, I talked just like this. That's one of the freakiest endings in a movie I've seen too. All right. That's a classic line to me too. All right. Let's see here. Just a donation from Robert Gray. Gave $10 and gave $10 again to ask a question. Hey, Corey, did you watch Saturday Night Live as a kid? Yes, I did. I watched Saturday Night Live just religiously as a kid. To this day, my favorite seasons are the ones, speaking of Eddie Murphy, are the ones with Eddie Murphy. That's how I discovered Gumby. I'm Gumby, damn it. Eddie Murphy was one of the, he gave Saturday Night Live the boost that it needed. But Eddie Murphy on Saturday Night Live, man, that he was great. There he is, it's Gumby right there. But there he is back as Gumby years later. But man, the original cast, John Belushi, Dan Aykroyd, Jane Curtin, Garrett Morris, Chevy Chase. Yeah, I watched Saturday Night Live back. A lot of people still don't know this. Saturday Night Live had a recurring act with the Muppets. There was I don't know what was going on with this. I don't know why they did this, but there was a recurring segment with the Muppets on Saturday Night Live, and it was weird. It was like these aliens that would come in and do some weird shit, man. But yeah, that's how early I started watching Saturday Night Live. Yes. Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood with Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy was a genius back then, man. Yeah. And I loved the Eddie Murphy season of Saturday Night Live so much that I didn't really watch Saturday Night Live regularly anymore once Eddie Murphy left. You know, the Dana Carvey seasons and the Will Ferrell season. But I'll go back and watch some of the stuff that they did later on online and just laugh at some of the stuff that they did do that I missed out on. So still got a lot of respect for Saturday Night Live. Broken Dreams, 6224. You guys own physical media collections? Any Cole? Just after that, it just says any Colle. I think he kept typing after that or something, or copy and paste it. But anyway, got some physical media right on the floor right here. Mostly because of what people send me. But yeah, I got so much physical media. I have a box full of VHS. Speaking of Gumby, I have the whole Gumby collection on VHS. I got the Dolomite collection Rudy Ray Moore collection on VHS. And thanks to people who send me things, I got Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Again, one of my favorite movies right here. Best Tim Burton movie ever. And Dark Crystal, speaking of Jim Henson. So yeah, I got a lot of physical media floating around. And that's the sad thing about streaming, is that I don't watch that physical media, but I have it, and it's just a collector's items now. But I'm beginning to appreciate where I was a big proponent, I was a big champion of digital media. Man, I really, at this point right now, I see the value in owning physical media, because physical media, the way they're changing things today, you have people who are going in and editing movies, taking stuff out, constantly tinkering with it. And to have the original, it seems a little more precious now than ever, because you never know with the physical media how they can go in and just change anything and repost it again, or what am I trying to say? Load it up or whatever. So yeah, anyway, this is the last question. Have y'all done a bad movie roast on Steven Seagal's The China Salesman with Mike Tyson in it? I have not. I don't even know about that movie. I barely remember that film. And when I say barely, I mean I didn't hear about it that much. The China Salesman. Let me see here. No, we have not roasted this, but why not? Oh, that's Chunky Seagal. Why not? Maybe one day. That was a Steven Seagal movie that was not in our radar. So maybe, man, maybe. I might do that. I wish I could play the trailer right now because I forgot. I totally forgot this movie exists. So who knows? Probably, maybe, more than likely. Sure, why not? When the time comes up, because we've been on a Steven Seagal kick. You know, we have not been disappointed by a Steven Seagal roast yet. Let me see here. All right, y'all. Well, hey, Corey, did you finish watching Pluribus? No, I have not. I'm on the last episode. We're going to do a review of it for the members when I'm done with it. Pluribus, that's the show on Apple TV about an alien takeover. Can I tell you my problem with Pluribus? And it's me. It's completely me. I am so down on the state of the world today, especially in this country, that I am rooting for the aliens. I really do think that the aliens are making. Now I haven't reached episode 9. I just barely started 8. But I think that the aliens are probably better off just taking over this planet and doing a better job than what we're doing or doing with it at this moment. So that's me. I'm just watching this and I just get frustrated because I'm like, let the aliens have it. Shit. Let's see here. All right, y'all. That is that. I said I was going to play some games, but I think I should probably get on out of here. I wanted to play Expedition 33. Somebody said, you need to finish it then, Corey. Okay, all right. No, I was told already. Somebody told me that I'm going to probably think differently of somebody said no email. All right, let me see. I'll read an email. Let me see what we got here. Let me see. I'll read an email. Here's the good friends. Tonight is kind of special. Simple question, Corey. Are you looking forward to this movie? What movie? You know, I'm hoping that. Oh, GOAT. The movie GOAT. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to it. It's from the people who did. I think the studio. I want to say studio, not Sony, but the same. It has the same animation style as the Into the Spider-Verse movies or Spider-Man movies. Yeah, GOAT. It's about a goat that plays basketball. It's produced by Stephen Curry. There it is right there. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, it looks great. Looks like it'd be a lot of fun. I love that style. Oh, let me see. Yeah, there weren't that many emails because I was reading emails or reading comments on the YouTube, which is what this should be for. So I'll just leave it at that. So yeah. Curry is accurate. All right, y'all. Somebody gave one more. Okay, we got to stop. But there was one more question. $5. This is from Kenneth Australia, who was up here earlier. First, you roast me for crying to T2. Then you say I'm not a true fan. Oh man, I'm joking. Don't forget my song. Oh man, did you send me your song? All right. One of our toasties here has a song that he wants us to listen to. Did you send it over? If you send it over, I'll play it. This is from Jamad Jones. Hey, Corey and Oz, given the political tone, the fact MAGA supporters are just literally everything that that MAGA supporters are justifying literally everything that man does. Do you ever think they realize they're on the wrong side of history? A woman was literally just shot in the face. MAGA called her a criminal. A certain group of people need papers to drive around. Most recently, a baby was hit with tear gas by ICE and MAGA. Just wonder if the baby was used as a shield. Serious, how deep are these people in this cult not to realize how they sound? Thoughts? Yeah, I have some, man, I have a lot of thoughts on this. I don't want to end the show negatively, man. Please let's hear this song, because I don't want to end the show negatively. But I'm kind of tired of trying to explain to people, man. You have people who are doing ICE is doing unconstitutional things where they are stopping people and asking them for their papers. It's illegal to do that. And Minnesota cops they've spoken out. They said, we're plainclothes cops or we're off-duty cops, and ICE doesn't know that. So when they see people of color, they've been pulling people over and they've been asking for papers. That's Nazi shit, man, okay? I'm sorry. Man, to all my friends out there that are MAGA supporters or Republicans, how the fuck are you justifying this? Really, next time I see some of my friends, I gotta fucking ask you, man. Like, for all you have talked about, you voted because you wanted to make your life better. You wanted cheaper groceries. You wanted healthcare to be better. You wanted to, you thought that, hey, having somebody in that wasn't gonna be PC was gonna make everybody drop their guard and everybody's gonna be regular people now. Where the fuck is any of this happening? What happened to this whole thing of we're America first and now we're trying to get Greenland? Please tell me how the fuck this makes sense to you, please. Because you've told me that, your opinion before. Now fucking justify it. How's that working? I'm gonna tell you something, man. And again, a lot of people not gonna like what I'm gonna say here. You want a barometer of how bad things can get? Listen to black people. Black people have been telling you fucking people, the Americans, for years. When we were getting shot by police and people getting away with it. When we were telling you that things are getting weird with how they want to strip away rights, versus redistricting. Get out of here. Redistrict. How do you? God damn it. Redistricting. Redlining. The discrimination that goes on. We've told y'all for years, man. Like, hey, they're doing this shit to us. It's only a matter of time before it starts to spread. Nobody fucking listens, man. And no redistricting. Yes. Everybody likes to talk about things are dystopian, man. Things are getting dystopian because the thing is, it's not just the MAGA people or the conservatives. Like, man, there's a lot of white people just don't listen because they're pretty apathetic because they think that it's not going to happen to them. Or, well, it could happen, but I don't know, man. It's not going to be that bad for me. Or there's just no sense of urgency for me at the moment. And now all of a sudden, things are fascist. Things are dystopian. Things are authoritarian. We're living in a dictatorship. The history of black people is fucking dystopian, man. Everybody wants to talk about, because this is what happens throughout the years, man. Everybody talks about, because now they're comparing this to Nazi Germany. I mean, Jim Crow. That was fucking dystopian, man. You were forced to live in a separate, you were forced to live in a separate community, segregated from everybody else, because everybody wanted to look at you as an inferior person, and meanwhile you were living in conditions that were not as good as what the other people living in. Can you imagine living in fear through slavery up to Jim Crow, where just groups of people, if you just got blamed for something that you didn't do, but people looking for any reason to kill you, communities of people would come together and watch you be hung, or worse, and celebrate it like a fucking picnic. That's pretty goddamn dystopian. But nah, it's not happening to you. So, I don't know what to fucking tell you, man. You know, we've been telling you for years, for fucking years, and you haven't listened because it happened to me. We're used to living through that's where the struggle comes from. We're used to living through struggle. We're used to having to survive. We're used to having to figure out how to maneuver through certain situations. Fuck you gonna do now? You know? I don't know what to tell you, man. Let's play this song. I didn't want to bring everybody down, but you know, it is what it is. Let me see here. And everybody thinks I'm talking about white people. No, I meant black people. You become apathetic too. You know, you thought it was so cool seeing Trump with his big money, and y'all were taken in by, you know, his bling and his glitz and his so-called business savvy, which is not as strong as you think. You're so taken in. You'd rather see us suffer than have to deal with gays. You know, our homophobia is really that's fucking done us in. You'd rather vote for somebody who has no interest in our well-being at all because you don't want to vote for a woman because of your sexism. Fuck you too. You know, you are as much to blame as anybody else out there. Fuck you. So anyway. Oh, and don't get me started on Latinos. Even, and I am not endorsing ICE at all. I fucking hate ICE with a passion. I do. They're murderers, they're thugs. They're pretty much the Gestapo. But I know a lot of Latinos, they would come here, and even they would look down on black people. And some voted for Trump, thinking that, you know, they were better than the others. A lot of Latinos are here now, and that's the immigrants. But I'm talking about now, a lot of you Latinos thought like, oh, you know, you looking down on the immigrants that came over here, like you were better than them. And now there's a risk of you, an American citizen, who was born here, of getting pulled over and having to show your papers, having your rights violated. But you voted for this man thinking like, oh, well, at least I'm not those dirty immigrants over there. All of us have a part to blame in this. All of us have been complacent in this somehow. But there's been the signs there. We just don't listen. We really don't. Sometimes I think we get it so good that we need a moment like this to knock us on our ass and remind us that, hey, you know what? We're taking this for granted. Where's this song, man? Roger Sam. Corey's not telling the truth. Hey, what am I not telling the truth about? Let's do this. Let's stop. Hey, let's stop for a moment. Challenge me, Roger. Challenge me right now. Let me see what you have to say. Let me see what you put. Like, what do you have to say that I'm saying? What am I not telling the truth about? What am I not saying that's not true? You know, don't come in here and put that comment in there. What am I can back my shit up. What am I saying that's not true? Somebody said, oh, here we go. I'm not going to cuss this person out, but don't come in here saying that what I'm saying is not true. And then you can't tell me why. No, I'm not going to crash that. I just when people say that, I just want to know where that's coming from. I'm waiting, man. And y'all thinking I'm about to go crazy. I'm not about to snap. I'm not about to go. I'm not going to cuss this person out. But, you know, I'm not playing right now, man, because a lot of things, we are living in a very scary time. And I am not dealing with these cult members I'm not dealing with them very well right now. I'm not. Yeah, anyway, let's play this song. Roger ain't got shit to say. Let's play this song. If you I don't have the song, my man, so we're probably gonna have to go. But yeah, let me see here. I think I didn't get it from you. I would love to play it, and I don't have it. So we'll have to play it next time. And if I hadn't been on here so long, because I've been on here for almost 2 hours, man. I've been on here for almost 2. Damn. You know what? I see this always happens with me. I said I was gonna come on and play. I was gonna do the Q&A section. And I was gonna play a game, and then I just run my yap for so long, and somebody said, "Oh my God, the show's been going on for 2 hours." I just got here. Yeah, the show's been going on for 2 hours, man. Yeah, wow. So I'm looking at the timer. It's been an hour and 56. It just changed to 6. Yeah. So, yeah, y'all. Time for me to get on out of here. I gotta eat. Then I gotta watch the movie for tomorrow. That Twisted Pair. Tomorrow we got that Neil Breen movie that you voted for. The Breen Man. Let me see here. Twisted Pair. Can't wait to watch this. I watched a little bit of it. Just a little bit that I watched. It's Neil Breen. Yeah, of course. It's insane. The movie's crazy. I can't wait for that roast. Man, you did from the 2, not 5, not 4, not 3, the 2, just the 2 minutes that I watched. I was like, oh my God, already this is insane. So, all right. So we out of here, y'all. Oh, thank you. Radio Free Miami said, "Hey, I haven't watched your show before. I'm new to the channel, but I enjoy watching you. Thank you, man. And tomorrow you'll get the show. I really appreciate that, man. Hey, love all you guys. You're all right with me. I really enjoyed you letting me come in and just run my mouth. I hope I didn't talk too much for you. I know that's just me here. What else am I gonna do? But enjoyed all your questions." And man, you know what? Like I said, I really enjoy that you give me the opportunity to be honest with you and just open up to you, man. You know, that whole thing of me talking about the movie and me being able to talk about old memories, talk about people I hadn't seen in a while. It's nice, man. It's very nice. It's just cool to sit back and just chat with you for a while. And you know, I don't have to actually, you know, be on like I usually am. So this is very good. So thank you guys. Let me say goodbye to you personally. Who we got over here? We got Chris Likes Retro, Griffinix, Koki, Toasted Evenly. Oh, Castrella. Oh, let me see. Overzealous Enthusiast, Dan the Evil Robot. I think you were pretty generous today. And you know what? Let me say hi to some of the. No, I can't. Boy, look at this. Look at this. I'm going to. Koki, this is for you. I see you here, Koki. This is my gift to you. Right there. I was going to go and say goodbye to some of the. Oh, there we go. Live chat. There we go. I was going to say goodbye to some of the live chat right here. Let me see. Chad and Gabriel and Nicole. Derek Johnson, who was very generous tonight. Mike McAllister. Let me see here. Black Mac Bain. All you guys, man, thank you so much. It's been great. And I got $1 from Chad. There we go. We'll end this. I tell you what, man. Since I got a little serious tonight, let's end it with that cute puppy picture from Pixie. All right, everyone. That is it. Thank you so much. And remember, kcoolmans@gmail.com. KCOOLMANZ@gmail.com. Email us with any kind of questions, comments, compliments, insults, input, and/or advice. Hit us up on those social medias: Instagram, X, former Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, TikTok. Doing very well right now, thanks to Kevin King and now James. Appreciate you guys. And if you're in Austin, Texas, hey, look, you know you're gonna be. Austin's a place to be, you know that. But when you're here, come see a show. But you better email us first, kcoolmans@gmail.com. Let me know what show you want to see, what day you coming in. Let me know what time. What else you doing? What'd you eat that day? Let me smell your finger. No. Hey, just let me know all that information so, you know, the more you help me, the more I can help you. All right, everybody. That is it. Thank you so much. Good night. good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever you are listening to, or I don't know, you're watching this, goodbye and stay toasty.